The thing that I got the most out of when I was at camp, when I was around 14 or 15, we got to do sort of special secret projects at camp where your entire age group, so all of the 14-year-olds, they get to put on a banquet. They call it senior banquet for the entire camp, which consists of like this big meal that is a themed meal, followed by a big sketch with a giant centerpiece in the playhouse. And they present this to the entire camp, and everybody dresses up like it's a formal event. And so, sometimes the theme might be like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, or Dr. Seuss, or space, or just something big and epic. And they tease what it might be, but it's not revealed until that night. So it's this massive project, and it's an incredibly creative and exciting time for 14-year-olds and even their counselors. And that was one of the first times where I got to sort of present something that felt major, that you kind of like can put your stamp on something at a place that's meaningful for you, so that 5 or 10 years later, people might be like, oh, remember that senior banquet, the space one? That was a really special one. And the performance that happens there it's mostly sketch comedy based. So there's maybe 50 or 60 kids per group. Impossible to put that many kids into one show. So they split them up into whoever wants to be on stage, and they get to do some fun performance, and they write it themselves. And that sometimes they make a song parodies, real camp stuff. And so that was sort of one of the first times that I got to experience something that was real comedic. And I always found that was the age, 14, 15, that you start to really get your sense of what you find funny and what comedy is.